Hey there YouTube. Today we're going to be installing a cold air intake on this 2012 Chevy Cruze. We're going to go ahead and pop the hood, get started on this, and also take a look at that tool list that we might need for installing this cold air intake. So, let's go. For today's install, what you're going to need is a jack stand, assortment of screwdrivers, Phillips and flatheads. And then we got a 1/4-inch drive ratchet with an extension and a 10mm, also a torque 20, a panel clip remover, and then a torque bar with a 19mm small extension to take off the wheel. So let's take a look at the cold air intake. So we got our cone filter, all of our hose clamps. We have 2 couplers. One's a reducer because you have to go from a 2.5 to a 3-inch pipe. A hose, the mounting brackets, all the screws and hardware, gaskets, and then we have the actual pipes. As you can see, one pipe is has a part on there welded to so you can hook up your mass air flow sensor. This is polished aluminum, and then yeah, let's go ahead and start this install. First thing you're going to want to do is take off your mass airflow sensor. So we'll just pull the red tab and push down and pull off. And then you'll want to also remove it from the actual air box and just set it off to the side. Next, you're going to go ahead and want to disconnect this hose clamp from the throttle body. And then next, you're going to have 6 screws that surround the outside of the air intake box. Go ahead and start unscrewing each one of those. Once you have all the screws off and out, just pull up and it should loosen, and then pull it from the throttle body and you take the whole assembly out of there. So just going to put that off to the side. Next, you're going to have your air intake filter. Take that out. And then third, you're going to have the actual bottom of the box. Now this is just held in here with 2 like rubber pieces. Just pull up. You also have a hose right here in the bottom. Pull out. And then this piece will come out. Next, you're going to want to take your panel clip remover. Go underneath these guys. Pull up. These tools make it super simple to do. And once you have those up, you should be able to put your tool underneath there one more time. Take those clips out. So we went ahead and took the wheel off, and we're in the passenger side wheel well right now. You're going to want to go ahead and take off those screws all the way around, all the way to the top. And then you're also going to want to take out this pop clip all the way up top there. And what we're going to do is pull back that wheel well. To take out these bolts, we're using a torque 20. Put it in there. I'm just going to go ahead and loosen that up. And we're going to take all those out. So we're going to go ahead and do that off camera here. There's also these 2 pop clips on the bottom here that we're going to want to take off as well, in addition to the top one there. Just stick it on in there, just wiggle it out, and same with this one. So we'll go ahead and take those off. Now I went ahead and grabbed 1 more screw out from underneath here and 2 more pop clips. Now we should be able to just go ahead and reach in here and pull back this wheel lining here. And if it would let me, see if I can focus in here. We're now at the airbox system. I'm going to pull back this wheel lining a little bit more. Now with the wheel lining pulled back, you're just going to grab this box right here. And you're just going to pull it out of its home. Pulling down and out. going to maneuver it on out of here. There we go. Well, that's on out of there. And now this piece can now come up to the top. And there you go. There's your spot you're going to be putting your filter. So let's go ahead and start doing that. The next thing you want to do is take that 3-inch pipe. You're going to want to put it down into here. Just let it lay there. And then you're going to want to go in the wheel well and attach the filter to this pipe. I'm going to do this off camera. It might be a little bit tough to get it on picture, but that's what you're going to need to do. Okay, I went ahead and installed the filter down onto the pipe, the 3-inch pipe. Next we're going to move on to the throttle body side of things, the 2.5-inch, and hook that one up. So to start installing the new other pipe, we're going to want to take our smaller coupler. You're going to want to fit it onto the throttle body here. It's a little bit tight, but that's fine. Once it's on there, you want to slide over one of the hose clamps. Just slide one over there. And then you want to probably slide one more over top. And then you'll go ahead and take your pipe and put it down into here. Make sure it meets where it needs to, nice and tight. And we're going to take these hose clamps and tighten them up here. There we go. Both of those are nice and tight. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is going to take our coupler here. I'm going to slide it over the littler pipe and slide it in just the right amount. We're looking in at the other side here, seeing where to stop. Okay, looks about right. Don't forget to take your hose clamp and put it over. And then we're going to take our other hose clamp, put it over, and then you're going to want to fit the other pipe into the air intake coupler. Now it's a little bit of a tight fit. But it does end up fitting in there just fine. And then we're going to tighten up these hose clamps here. Next we're going to take our mounting piece. We're just going to slide it underneath here. And then what's going to happen is that the intake is going to slide right into here. And we'll be putting a washer on this side and putting this nut here on this side. And then I'm going to take these two and go underneath and tighten these up. But yeah, that's going to be how it mounts here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. Now you can see I went ahead and installed this. It's nice and secure now. Everything's good. As for this little pipe right here, this was just a drain pipe. Some of the models on the Cruze had a drain pipe coming off the intake. This just goes out to the ground. We're not going to do anything with that right now. Maybe I'll remove it at some point, but honestly, it means nothing. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove the mass airflow sensor off the factory airbox. So it's just going to be these two bolts and pull it out. But you're going to want to make sure you do not damage the mass airflow sensor at all. These are very fragile. They're also very expensive. So just be careful with that. Right now, it'd also be a good time if you have any mass airflow sensor cleaner. You can always clean the sensor off as well. Take these bolts all the way out, even though we got new bolts with the new intake system. And then just pull it out. There you go. There's your mass airflow sensor. We're going to put that into the new intake. Now with the mass airflow sensor and the gasket that was supplied with it, you're going to take it and slide it into the hole and get it seated. Take the hardware here, put it through there, take your screwdriver. Just going to start this one. I'm going to take my other screw, put it in the hole, and tighten it on down. I'm not going to over tighten it because I want to pull the threads out. Just going to make it nice and snug. And there we go. Now that's installed. You can take your harness, re-clip it back on there, push the red clip back in so it locks in, and we'll go ahead and review. So we got our pipe coming out of the throttle body. Got both of those connectors, hose clamps tightened up. Comes up. We have our mass airflow sensor plugged in with the two bolts tightened down. We have our coupler here that combines the two pipes. We then have this pipe secured and fastened, which is adding all the strength. We have our little gasket here that goes and protects our pipe, and then our pipe goes down into our wheel well here. So everything's looking great. I think next step is start it up and see what it sounds like. Alright, well I think that is a job well done. If this video helped you, or if you were able to use this to help install yours, please put a like or subscribe on my channel, and let me know if there's anything else I can do for you guys. Thanks for watching.